Hey there, it's Casey Kerr from FindYourRoar.com, and today I want to tell you about a miracle that happened to me last week. I suppose technically it is not a miracle, but I'll tell you, it sure felt like one. I've been calling it my airport miracle for the past few days, and it's what I want to share with you today. So last week I went to a mindset retreat in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And I had an early flight on Thursday morning, and I needed to be at the airport by 5:45 for a 7:15 a.m. flight. And I had a connecting flight from Atlanta up to Boston, where I live. And my husband Johnny was going to pick me up at the airport at 1. So I get to the airport, and I am working on about 3.5 hours sleep, so I'm exhausted and sluggish and all that stuff. And I look for my gate and discover that my 7:15 flight has been delayed until 9:30. If it was just a direct flight, it would have been no big deal, but it wasn't. It was a connector, and you know what that means. If I miss my connection, then I would have had to wait around in the Atlanta airport for God knows how long, hoping to get another connection to Boston, which would have brought me to Logan at God knows what time. And it would have just had a really, really negative ripple effect. And given the fact that I was really exhausted, you know, being in these 12, 13-hour day events for 2.5 days and then working on 3.5 hours of sleep, I was really not in a place to spend the whole day in an airport. So, if it had happened to me a few weeks ago, I think I might have gotten a little panicky. But coming out of the mindset retreat, I had this tool that I don't know how I've lived my life without. So this particular tool is a mantra that you say that helps you to really align yourself with the universe, the flow, the vortex. Get yourself into the vortex, which is where all the magic happens. And so the mantra is, no matter what I see in front of me, I know the universe is lining things up. It's rearranging things for my benefit right now. So when I first saw that delay, I was like, oh no, it's gonna totally screw me up, blah, 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 blah. And then I stopped and I said, you know what? I can handle this. I can work with the universe here. I know exactly what I need to do. Game on. And so I started immediately just saying my mantra. And I just kept saying it, and I kept feeling it. And I have to be honest with you, I felt so powerfully connected, so certain that this was going to work, that as tired as I was, I just wasn't even worried. In fact, I started to get a little giddy, like, ooh, I wonder how they're going to do this. I wonder how it's going to work. So I kept saying it over and over again. No matter what I see in front of me, I know the universe is rearranging things for my benefit right now. And I kept saying it, and I kept saying it. I went into the restroom, washed my hands, and, you know, splashed a little water on my face, and I stopped and thought, okay, what kind of action do I need to take? What do I need to do? Where do I need to go? And it was like this little voice said to me, go to the gate. So I said, okay. I dragged my luggage down to the gate, and I get down there, and it's about 6 o'clock now, and there's a couple of people in the area. No sales agent, because obviously, you know, nobody's going anywhere for the next 3.5 hours. So, standing there looking around, and all of a sudden, this guy comes in, and he cuts through the gate next to us, where the agents were, you know, kind of animated, and one of them yelled out to him, "Sir, are you on flight 660? And that caught my attention, because I was on flight 660, and I looked over at their board, and it said Atlanta, which is where I was headed. So I grabbed my luggage, and I ran over there, And the whole time I'm still saying it. I'm still saying the mantra over and over again, and I'm getting more and more excited, and I'm getting really emotional at this point, and I don't think it was just because I was so tired. So I asked, are you taking people from the delayed flight onto this earlier flight? And she said, yeah, we are. Go get right over there and she'll sort your tickets out. And I had upgraded to business class, and so I thought for a minute, geez, I hope I get business class. And then I thought, silly girl, that's easy. The universe just gave you a freaking plane. You don't think they can give you a business class seat? So sure enough, boom, 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 she does everything and hands me my tickets, and I was in seat 1C. I think I was the second to last person on the plane, and when I sat down, I just started crying. I was so moved by what I was able to do just by being in the right frame of mind, just by using the tools that I had, just by understanding the rules of how this all worked. And I gotta tell you, it felt like a miracle to me, but I knew that it wasn't just luck or, it was something that I had done. And that felt so good. So, it inspired me, that plus being at the Mindset Tour and, reading this amazing book called E Squared by Pam Grout, all inspired me to create a new program, which is called Manifest Destiny: Rules, Tools, and Experiments. And you'll see that in this newsletter, and you'll be hearing more about that too. But for now, my assignment to you is to think of something that you are wanting, needing, trying to create in your life, and put yourself in a place where you feel really excited about it. And use that mantra, right? Don't pay so much attention to what's going on in front of you, whether it looks like you have all the things lined up that you need in order to bring this intention to reality. Don't worry about any of that. Don't get bogged down by it. Use that mantra with your intention in mind while you're feeling really good, and just keep working it. If you find yourself feeling triggered, feeling negative, feeling, anything less than, oh, I wonder how this is going to happen, then stop and get yourself out of that space. I'm going to tell you a lot more about how to do this in this new program, so I don't want to go into too much detail here, but I wanted to give you that mantra to use. So one more time, it is, no matter what I see in front of me, I know the universe is rearranging things for my benefit right now. So I would love to hear how you make out, what beautiful things you bring into life. So please share that with me. Until next time, I am thinking of you and sending you lots of love, and holding the intention that your intentions come to life for you. Big hugs and a big roar! Casey Kerr out.